Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 7. The chapter which we are related with is rectification of errors. As usual, 5 entries are present and I have informed you that these two columns, actual and wrong entry, this is optional. You may choose or you may not choose. In your exams, you are required to enter journal entries in rectified side. That means this journal is required in your question. We are now open to start our question. First entry. Legal expenses paid. Paid mean cash is going out. Legal expenses, as it has been mentioned, it is your expense which should be debit. So legal expenses are written over here on debit side. Now the next which you will see is wrongly debited to his personal account. Wrongly debited to personal account. What does that mean? Instead of writing legal expenses on debit, they have by mistake debited personal account. So that's our mistake, and as usual I have told you that original entry would be at the same place. Like this entry, if it is debit, do it in debit. If it is debit in wrong entry, do it opposite side, that means credit. So legal expenses are debit. We are going to write legal expenses on same debit side, and personal account would be written on opposite side. In this way, our entry has been completed, and what we will say, wrong entry in personal account now rectified. Alright guys, in this way our first entry has been completed and we are needed to write the amount. Legal expenses 6,000. So post 6,000 on debit side and same amount you are supposed to write on credit side. First entry is completed, legal expenses to personal account. Now second entry, wages again paid. It means it's an expense. Expense should be debited. So wages to is original entry. Wrongly debited to custom duty. Instead of writing wages, they have debited custom duty. So it means this red is wrong, green is right. And we have learned whatever is green would be written in the same manner. So here you will write wages which were not written, and now we are writing. By mistake we have written custom duty which was wrong. To cancel it, we do not erase, we do not delete. Instead of deleting and using whitener, we will write it to the opposite side as usual. So custom duty would be written on credit side, and what you will say, wrong entry in custom duty. One second please. Wrong entry in custom now rectified, and amount of wages is 4,000. So we are going to write 4,000 on debit side and same amount we are going to write on credit side. So wages to custom duty, second entry. Now third entry, let's see what it is saying. Trade expense, again it's an expense. Expense should be debited. So trade expense would be written on debit side. Now let's see what was the amount, 360. So here, just to remember, original amount was 360. Next, posted in ledger as 810. So there is a different kind of mistake. We have written trade expense on the right side, but what happened? We put the amount 810 in trade expense 810. So now please understand, our mistake is little different. It was not the wrong wording, it was actually the wrong amount. Actual amount was 360. Look at here. Actual amount was 360. and we have written 810. That means more amount has been written. In other words, it is overcast, and rule is very clear. For overcast, we use opposite side. Original side was debit, so you will go to the credit side and you will write trade expenses over here. How much amount? As you know that we always write the difference. Extra amount would be cut off, extra amount would be adjusted. And how you will calculate extra amount? 810 minus 360. You will know that this was the amount which was written in extra. Trade expense was in mistake and we have rectified. Nothing is left to be written on debit side. For the time being, we will put suspense account, and finally we will write the narration. Since it was overcast, we will write overcast, now rectified. Alright guys, suspense to trade expense in case of overcasting. 3 entries completed. Now fourth entry, sale of rupees 6,000 to A. So we have sold our goods. It means A to sales was original entry, was wrongly debited to B account. Okay, so instead of writing A, we have debited B. Mistake is in debit side. Please note it down. In green side, actually we were required to write A. Instead of A, we have written B. So as usual, we will apply the same rule. Green will be appeared at debit side, and this was wrong entry. B was wrong. To cut it off, we will use the opposite place, that is B. A to B. Now entry wrong, entry in B now rectified. Right, let's see how much was the amount. 6,000. So you will write 6,000 on debit side and same amount would be written on credit side. So entry rectified is A to B. 4 entries completed. Now we will see fifth entry. Let's see what that fifth entry is saying. Sale book overcast. As you know that in overcast, we will write at opposite side. Sale original side is credit. In case of overcast, we will put it to the opposite, means debit side. And here sales would be written over here. Once again, I will tell you, look at here, sale book overcast. Rule of overcast is to put at opposite side. Original side of sale is credit. So in case of overcast, you will put it to the opposite, means debit side. In this way, this entry has been completed and nothing is present to be written on credit side. So for the time being, we will write suspense and narration, very clear, overcast now rectified because same word was used over here. Amount was 6,000. Just write down 6,000 on debit side and same amount we are in need to put on credit side. Okay, I was looking why 6,000 again. So in fourth and fifth amounts are same and we have written the same. So guys, in this way fifth entry is also completed. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries are completed. Solution is in front of you. But I am requesting you to please practice it by yourself. After practicing, if you see anything difficult, you are very open to share your problems through messages, text, or you can directly contact to share your queries. I will try my best to answer your queries instantly. So it's time to end our lecture. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.